You think politicians run the world? Think again. The world we live in seems less predictable every day. Wars ignite one after another. The economy shakes. Crises erupt like clockwork. But who is writing the script? And do we really know who's pulling the strings? Because here's the thing. Every catastrophe, every major event of the last few decades somehow always ends up benefiting the same group of players. Let's start with Iraq 2003. The official reason? Weapons of mass destruction. The reality? There were none. But what did happen? Control over oil, billions in contracts to military contractors like Halliburton, a company closely tied to then Vice President Dick Cheney. Coincidence? Doubtful. Or take the 2008 financial crisis. Caused by banks gambling with people's money. Millions lost their homes, their jobs, their futures. But who got bailed out? The very banks that caused the collapse. And not only were they rescued, their CEOs got million-dollar bonuses. So again, who benefited? Fast forward to 2020. COVID-19. Lockdowns, global panic, economic collapse. Small businesses crushed. Yet tech giants, pharma titans, and e-commerce empires thrived. Amazon, Pfizer, Google, all hitting record profits. And while the public faced restrictions, global elites expanded their control, tracking systems, vaccine passports, movement restrictions. And here's what's most suspicious: the pattern. Every crisis brings more power to the same elite circles. Let's take a closer look. Who truly runs the world? The International Monetary Fund, imposing conditions on struggling nations. The World Economic Forum, where billionaires and world leaders meet in secret. The Bilderberg Group, a closed-door meeting of global elites, shrouded in secrecy. Did you vote for them? Do they report to you? No, but their decisions affect your life more than most elected officials ever will. Now let's talk about a silent giant, BlackRock. This investment firm controls over $10 trillion in assets, with stakes in nearly every major corporation you can name: Apple, Microsoft, Nestle, Pfizer. Their AI platform, Aladdin, manages massive financial flows, including government funds, which means private interests now oversee public money. Think about that. More and more, it feels like democracy is just a stage prop. The real power lies with unelected, unaccountable networks of money and influence. Those making the big decisions don't sit in parliaments. They sit in private jets, high-security conferences, and exclusive villas in the Alps. And here's the twist. Every time a new trend emerges, AI, crypto, climate tech, it's immediately absorbed, regulated, or redirected by the same power structures. Innovation becomes assimilation. Maybe the scariest part isn't that a conspiracy exists. It's that it's no longer a conspiracy. It's the new normal. A world order where the interests of a few decide the fate of billions. This is a game. And if you're not a player, you're a piece on the board. So next time you see a global crisis in the headlines, don't just believe the surface story. Instead, ask yourself, who benefits, who profits, and why do the same faces always win? And what do you think about this? Is this just coincidence or part of a much bigger game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.